Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend D.G. Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes, or go to patreon.com/CapesandLunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Ron Mars. You are listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
The blackest night falls from the skies. The darkness grows as all light dies. We crave your hearts and your demise. By my black hand, the dead shall rise. All right, kids. Welcome back to Sector 2814.
Nice.
Thank you. It only took me 12 weeks to figure out how to do that. The Green Lantern Podcast. I am Phil. Joining me, as always, the master of all cores, living and dead. It is.
Hi, I'm Will. Hey, everyone.
And we are at the penultimate episode of Blackest Night, Part 12. That's right. This week and next week, kids. That's it. So things will get a little brighter around here.
Be a good day. It'll be a good day.
Yes, the dawning of a new day. All right, so I know we talked it a little bit last time, but Mr. Will Allred, you got to read Green Lantern 8 finally, so what did you think?
Yeah, I thought it was really good. We found out how Razor got there, but we still don't really know much about how much... We know he's a Blue Lantern.
Yeah.
And we know that somebody has been blowing up, central power batteries, which we were discussing that earlier. But if based on the previous volume of Green Lantern, all Owen tech has been removed, there shouldn't be power batteries to blow up. But I have faith in Jeremy Adams. He likes it to all make sense and be.
Oh yeah, you said he's a continuity freak. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm sure he'll reveal it, but I wonder if the batteries are just like cut off from the rings are cut off from the central batteries, but someone's still going after those central batteries.
I don't know. I guess we'll see. I mean, because we have the central blob on Oa, whatever that is. Central blob, is that a good?
I mean, I guess. I mean, I don't know.
I thought the backup story was good too with Kyle.
Oh yes,
that's and right. a nice setup for what's going on, man. What's going on? He and Joe are off to solve a mystery, I hope. And I mean, because we're up to issue 8, so I'm ready for some answers to start flowing in. Technically, we're up to issue 10, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. Of the two, yeah. Mm-hmm. I know it's about time for some answers, Jeremy Adams. You're already on the second collection. It's the second trade, so come on. We need some answers.
Stuff is happening. We want to know what.
But yeah, but I mean, as you mentioned, yeah, I wonder if there's still is there a rainbow battery on Oa, or I wonder if that's all going to be like was that a fever dream?
And I mean, because John is back. Mm-hmm. Well, one version of Hypertime John is back in War Journal, but don't get me wrong. I really like what Philip Kennedy Johnson's doing on the book. It's just, I feel like it's a little weird that we went to all this trouble to power John up as an ascended being, and now he's essentially depowered because of the Radiant Dead infection, right?
Yeah, well, again, it's like, that seems like what we always do to a certain point. They build John up, and then all of a sudden it's just like, oh, nope, let's go, let's bring him back to status quo, or,
Mm-hmm.
drag him off somewhere else, whether it be at the Dark Stars or,
Yeah, exactly. So, I don't know. I'm curious to see where that's going, but, you would think that he would be offering maybe some answers to what's going on to, his fellow Green Lantern, since he's the one that set up that, but now he's back. But, yeah, I just don't understand. There's a lot going on from the previous series that just is
unanswered
and somewhat ignored. I mean, we got next issue is going to be Jessica, so we're going to find out if she's back to green because she was in a really, I mean, that was at the 2021 annual. Or was it 2022? I can't remember.
Yeah, it's been, but yeah, I mean, it's been, well, again, it's been at least almost 2 years, so, if not more.
Yeah. So, she was wearing a yellow ring, and is she back to the green now? Because we saw that we saw that really weird splash page in Dark Crisis, right? That had lots of dead lanterns, and lots of other stuff going on. So yeah, I don't know. Hopefully, it will all make sense.
So how'd you feel about the end? With the Hal going to the green.
I'm curious about that. I don't know what I'm wondering if it's Manhunters, but I don't know.
Yeah, well, I just looked this up. I know you won't read it then, but Green Lantern number 9 comes out next week.
Oh, cool.
So I'll see it.
Very cool.
It says, Hal Jordan trapped on Earth, unable to leave the atmosphere. The Green Lantern looks for help from a mystical source, which leads him to a mysterious gateway and surprising answers to the origin of Hal's ring.
Okay.
So there seems there may be a mystical component.
Interesting.
Oh, and then in the bottom right corner of the cover here, it's they always tell you what the backup story is. It says also featuring the trial of Jessica Cruz.
Okay.
So
that sounds interesting.
I wonder what I don't know. The United Planet's gonna have something to say about her going to be a Yellow Lantern for a while, or someone else.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
I know. All right, so you would think we were talking Guy Gardner tonight. So should we jump into these issues?
Let's do it.
All right, because I have synopses for all. We're doing 4 tonight, kids, and I believe the order is Green Lantern Corps 45, Green Lantern 51, Blackest Night number 7, and Green Lantern Corps number 46. Do you concur, Mr. Will? All right.
I think that sounds excellent.
Yay! All right, so I guess we'll start with Green Lantern. Green Lantern Corps 45. There we go. All right, kids. So yes, for those of you watching on YouTube, there it is, Green Lantern number 45.
Nice.
With Guy Gardner looking very reasonable on the cover.
Exactly.
All right. You know what? Okay.
He's just one angry guy.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe I'll leave that up for the synopsis. All right. So, Green Lantern Corps 45, April 2010, Red Dawn. Writer I didn't see Connery here anywhere. Writer Peter Tomasi, penciler Patrick Gleason, inkers Rebecca Bachman, Keith Champagne, and Tom Guyan, colorist Randy Mayer, letterer Steve Wands, and editor Adam Schlauman. The Black Lanterns that had attacked the central power battery of the Oa were sucked by the sentient Green Lantern planet Mogo onto his planet, where they were dragged into an isolated part of the planet and dragged into the planetary core, where they wouldn't be able to reform. But at the same time, Mogo had sucked Red Lantern Guy Gardner onto the planet, seeking to destroy the remaining Green Lanterns. Guy attacks his fellow Lanterns, and although they want to strike back at Guy, Cal especially doesn't want to hurt his friend. Even with the assistance of the Indigo Tribe member Monk and the Star Sapphire Miri Riam, they cannot contain Guy's rage, and with the power of the Green Lantern ring at his side, he's decimating the Lanterns until Mogo steps into the battle and blasts Guy and uses the powers of the Green and Red ring to create constructs of people from Guy's life, including his girlfriend Ice and his father Roland Gardner, his days as a member of the Green Lantern Corps and Justice League International, the deaths of Tora and his father, his past, his childhood when he was a warrior, Kyle Rayner's death, and being knocked out by Batman with one punch.
Batman, my favorite character.
He tries to destroy the constructs, but they are too strong for him. The other Lanterns try to intervene, but Mogo prevents them, saying that he must deal with his demons alone, but they do not heed his warning and knock Guy out and restrain him before he can resume his attack. They realize that the Red Lantern ring will not come off of Guy's finger unless he is dead. They analyze the options that they have, but except for Cal, most of the other Lanterns decide that the only way for this to end is if they kill Guy Gardner. Suddenly, Mogo pulls Guy back down to the surface and puts him into a nutrient bath to purge Guy's system of the Red Lantern rage within him. After a while, the Red Lantern ring surfaces and leaves with Guy rising from the nutrient bath right after, once again, becoming a Green Lantern. They all have a reunion with Guy thanking Mogo especially, who warns him that despite what he has done to Guy, the toxic Red Lantern blood is still inside his body, and that the only way they can completely eradicate the exposure to the Red Ring is that they will need the light of a Blue Lantern when Monk suddenly realizes something. He tells the others that members of his tribe have locked onto the central power battery on Oa and that they need to get back to Oa immediately. On Oa, members of the Green Lantern Corps and the Indigo Tribe meet by the central power battery. The Indigo tribesmen tell the Green Lanterns that the other members of their tribe are retrieving the lanterns from other corps across the universe and that they must leave immediately for Earth if they have a chance of defeating Necron and the Black Lantern Corps. As Guy and Kal insist that no one messes with their home world, they recharge their rings and recite the Green Lantern Oath as a bright flash of light occurs. All right, thoughts?
Thought this was a really good issue. In fact, I think the other issues are going to be hard pressed to beat it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a very good issue. I don't know. I'm trying to decide if, because like it says like Kal was like the only one saying, yeah, let's not kill Guy. I'm like, even Kilowog was like, oh, I think we got to kill him. I'm like, wouldn't Kilowog at least hesitate a little bit before bringing up that suggestion?
I would think so too, just a little bit.
Yeah, those two are pretty buddy.
Mm-hmm. And I kept wondering why. Oh, and then I realized, why didn't Monk just use the blue light on him? Because there's not a Blue Lantern around that he can't imitate it. Yeah. So there you go. But yeah, I thought this was good. And then as this was happening, I kept thinking about, kind of what's to come with Guy, because he eventually leads the Red Lanterns, for a bit.
That's New 52, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, so. Yeah, I was trying to remember, because I can't remember either. I'm like, is it still going to be that red blood, or is it something else? Yeah,
I don't know. I was curious about that, but thought it was cool.
But yeah, they're going to sit. They're sowing the seeds here, where eventually people are going to be like, that's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Guy's a Red Lantern. So Mogo's able to purge someone of the Red Lantern rings. So,
well, Mogo's kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And again, he kind of burned up all the Black Lanterns, so it's like Mogo should be able to win this war almost by himself.
Yeah, he's kind of a beast,
I love how good, they're trying to decide what to do with Guy, and Kilowog's like, "What did Guy say to you?" And Cal's like, "Don't give up on me." He's like, "Really?" He's like, "No." He said, kill me now."
Yeah, that sounds like Guy.
But yeah, no, this is really good. I guess he's grateful at the end, but I'm like, man, did they really purge Guy? Because he seems all, chipper and hugging everybody, and although it could just be that they got that ring off him.
Yeah, exactly.
I love how Guy's like, "How are you alive, Cal?"
Star Sapphire.
Exactly. And then Guy offers her free drinks for life at Warriors.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Should we move on to the next one?
You bet.
All right. I believe that is Green Lantern 51. Bring up the next cover. Of course. Getting a lot of play tonight. Batman stuff.
Of course.
Well, got to keep our fans happy. Yeah.
Batman, my favorite character.
Because just get a big scarecrow on the cover there. All
Who's having the time of his life.
And not a scarecrow, the scarecrow.
Yeah.
All right, Green Lantern Volume 4, number 51. Parallax Rebirth Part 2 from April 2010. Writer Jeff Johns, penciler and inker Doug Mank, colorist Randy Mayer, letterer Rob Lee, and editors Eddie Berganza and Adam Schlauman. All right, this one begins with Blackhand standing amongst his Black Lanterns, and here's the battle going on in the distance. Since being accepted into the Orange Lantern Corps, Lex Luthor has been overwhelmed by his greed and seeks to take the identities of people, much like the Black Lantern Corps. Larfleeze obviously doesn't want Luthor to control his Corps, considering what he has sacrificed over the millennia. Luthor goes after Black Lantern Superman, but Larfleeze manages to stop him using the constructs of his Orange Lanterns, and realizes that perhaps the Earth is worth saving after all when they are beaten by the Crispus Allen, the Black Lantern Spectre. The Okay, here we go. The Spectre is fighting Parallax, who was freed from the power batteries of the 4 Green Lanterns from Earth and rebonded with his first host, Hal Jordan. As the battle between Parallax and Spectre rages on, the other Lanterns are continuing their battle against the Black Lanterns, especially Mira, who's fighting Black Lantern Garth. They all know, especially Ganthet and Carol, that with Parallax bonded with Hal, they have a chance to free the actual Spectre from the dead body of Crispus Allen. Parallax is enjoying being bonded once again to Hal Jordan and succeeds in battling the Spectre long enough for him to go inside. He knows that the real Spectre is inside the body and finds him inside. The Spectre wishes to continue judging Parallax as well as Hal Jordan, so Parallax releases him and manages to destroy the Black Lantern ring with the combination of the powers of will and fear. With the Spectre freed from Crispus Allen, the other Lanterns prepare to remove the Parallax entity from Hal Jordan, but the sentient embodiment of fear is not willing to let go of Hal so easily and tries to destroy the Spectre. Atrocitus and Mira see the great rage that exists within the Spectre and plan to recruit him into the Red Lantern Corps. Parallax, meanwhile, is easily beating the Spectre and proceeds to tear the Spectre's face off, revealing Crispus Allen inside the Spirit of Vengeance before he's attacked by Sinestro. Man, tearing his face off. Who is this? Parallax or Parallax or Moon Knight? Welcome, Ray. With the Sinestro. Sinestro wants Parallax to release Jordan and bond with him so that they can destroy their enemies. With Sinestro and Parallax battling it out, Atrocitus uses the opportunity to turn the Spectre into a Red Lantern, which works for... wait, hold on, I lost my place. Which works for a little while and attacks Parallax and Sinestro, but the power of the Spectre is too strong for the Red Lantern ring, as the Spectre knows that Atrocitus believes that because of the great rage within the Spectre, the Spirit of Vengeance must be the sentient embodiment of rage, just like Parallax for fear, and knows the real creature and warns Atrocitus that if he finds the creature, it will destroy him. The Spectre expels the Red Lantern ring off its body and resumes its judgment of Parallax and grabs Parallax. Carol grabs Parallax and proceeds to separate Parallax from Hal. With the embodiment of fear without a host, Sinestro tries to get Parallax to bond with him before the Spectre destroys it. But something is pulling Parallax away and disappears when we see Belle Reve Prison and a sign that says Hector Hammond. Now that the Spectre is free from the influence of the Black Lantern ring, the spirit disappears and confronts the leader of the Black Lantern Corps, Necron. He proceeds to judge him, but finds out that he cannot strike him down because Necron does not have a soul and makes the Spectre disappear. Thoughts?
I thought this was a good issue. We really didn't get much of Hal as Parallax, which, makes me happy.
What you want another 10 years of it?
Yeah, so that was good. But we're kind of in the midst of the battle here, and I feel like there's an added mystery now of, hey, what's happened to Parallax, right? Mm-hmm. So, they're setting something else up as part of, I don't think it's part of Blackest Night. I think it's something later on for the Green Lantern or Green Lantern Corps book.
I think so, yeah. It seems like since Rebirth, Jeff Johns hasn't had one story where he's wrapped everything up with a neat little bow. It's like there's at least something that's good, like, something else is coming down the line here. Yep,
exactly. And so, I thought it was a good issue. I think the Green Lantern Corps issue, though, was kind of tied up in a neater little bow. It felt more of contained, whereas this one is, the middle part, right? It's the big battle stuff that's going on. There's some cool battle stuff. Ripping the Spectre's face off is kind of weird, but
Yeah, and again, the core book, they were kind of wrapping it up so everyone could get to this battle, but meanwhile this battle's still raging, so we don't have to wrap this up so neat and tight.
Mm. But yeah, I thought it was a really good. Art was great. I think Sinestro is extraordinarily annoyed that Hal knew where Parallax was the whole time.
You have my master.
That's right. But yeah, I thought this was a good issue.
I think Sinestro's just mad that he can't keep, he keeps trying to bond with Parallax and he can't do it.
Yeah. Damn Jordan.
So, yeah, I can't remember either. So, Parallax doesn't go into Hector Hammond, does he?
I don't think so.
Oh, no, because Hammond says, oh, no, it has Parallax, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember.
I'm sure we'll find out fairly
Yeah.
soon.
All right, so anything else, or should we get to Blackest Night number 7?
Let's jump right into it.
All right.
Into the fray.
All right, let's see. Blackest Night number 7. All right, Blackest Night number 7 from April 2010. Blackest Night. Writer Jeff Johns, penciler Ivan Reyes, inkers Eau Claire Albert and Joe Prado, colors to Alex Sinclair, letterer Nick J. Napolitano, and editors Eddie Berganza and Adam Schlauman. This one begins Coast City. We see Black Lantern Superman dragging a Guardian across the floor towards Necron. Necron holds one of the Guardians to himself and tells them the truth behind the lies that the Guardians have been telling for eons. He asks the Guardians why do they guard the universe, to which the Guardian replies that he does not remember. Immediately, the heralds of the 7 Lantern Corps and the sentient beings that their rings duplicated to attack the Guardian of Death, but all they accomplish is severing the connection between the Black Lantern rings and a few corpses. They all realize that if anything, Necron is actually enjoying the attacks upon him. Suddenly, Blackhand attacks the Lanterns and tells them that life favors some and ignores others, while in death everyone is equal, silent and cold. Blackhand and Atrocitus recognize each other from the past in Green Lantern's Secret Origin. See, kids came back. Blackhand tries to take Atrocitus' heart, but Hal attacks him, saying that his ring is his heart. But Blackhand counters by resurrecting people from the ground. Suddenly, the Scarecrow attacks Blackhand by stabbing him with the construct of a pitchfork. While that's happening, the other Lanterns realize that Lex Luthor hasn't been attacking the Black Lanterns lately. But he sees Scarecrow and tries to take his ring because he has succumbed to the light of the Orange Lanterns. Larfleeze tries to stop him, but he blasts everyone away and manages to take Scarecrow's ring and demands that everyone give him their rings. He then turns his attention to Mira and tries to take the Red Lantern ring from her. Meanwhile, 10,000 feet above Coast City, Green Lantern John Stewart is trying to keep the Black Lanterns coming from space from trying to get to Coast City and swarm the battlefield, and tries to establish with Hal and everyone else. When he's attacked by Hal Jordan's cousin Harold Jordan, also known as Airwave.
Yep.
He tells Stewart that he's bouncing every Lantern's SOS signal to an old lady's radio in Omaha when suddenly the Black Lantern rings detect an emotional spectrum detonation. When they look behind them, they see Guy Gardner with all the members of the 7 Lantern Corps, and a battle ensues in the sky as the Black Lanterns battle every member of each of the Lantern Corps. So there's thousands up there, because last I checked, the Green Lantern Corps was 7,200 strong. And that's just the Green Lanterns. Meanwhile, back on the ground, we see the Teen Titans battling against the Black Lanterns when Dawn Granger, the new Dove, using her power of the white light to destroy the Black Lanterns around her, and tries to go after the Black Lantern Central Power Battery when she's attacked from behind. And we see a figure trying to come out of the Central Power Battery who's presumed to be the Anti-Monitor, who was imprisoned inside the battery at the end of the Sinestro Corps War. So we've called back to Secret Origin, Sinestro Corps War. As the Lanterns continue battling Luthor, Necron kills one of the Guardians by slicing his throat as Hal, Saint Walker, and Flash continue to battle Luthor's orange and yellow constructs. As the Guardian dies, Blackhand tears the heart out of his body and creates a symbol on the floor with his blood, the symbol of the White Lanterns. As with Luthor, Wonder Woman and Atrocitus manage to subdue him when we find out that all he has ever wanted is to be like Superman. As the others are noticing Necron's actions, Ganthet tells them that he has begun to make contact when Sinestro questions with what. Suddenly, Necron says, "Trespass," or "Rise," which causes a huge blast of white light, and we see a being made completely out of the white light. Necron manages to strike the white being, which causes pain in every living being. Hal asks Ganthet what the white being is, and Ganthet tells him that it is the entity, the sentient embodiment of the living light that triggered existence in the universe. He tells them that despite the fact that the Guardians of the Universe are the oldest living beings in the universe, life did not begin on Maltis or Oa, but on Earth.
That's right.
The Guardians keeping secrets. What a shock. The Guardians buried the entity on the planet to keep it protected. Sinestro attacks Ganthet, telling him that the Guardians have a long history of burying things like Parallax in the Green Lantern Central Power Battery and the massacre of Sector 666, as well as that when his friend Abin Sur died, he knew all about the entity, which is why he came to Earth, that the Guardians let Abin die so that they could justify their authority, and stabs Ganthet. Necron attacks the entity again, causing pain in everyone, but the entity doesn't strike back. Hal realizes that the entity is like Parallax and Ion, and it needs a pilot, and Hal flies toward it, when Sinestro stops him, saying that Hal had his chance when he rejoined with Parallax, and that it is now his duty, and flies into the entity and joins with it. When the Ring of the White Lantern says, "Thal Sinestro of Korugar, destiny awaits," and we see Sinestro in the uniform of a White Lantern, and that cannot possibly go wrong at all.
You are correct, sir.
So I found that amusing, where it's like how makes the analogy, it needs a pilot.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's how he thinks, right?
Yes.
And I thought it was neat that this paid off him merging with Parallax in Green Lantern 50, so Sinestro's stops him in and takes his place here. Although others, as we'll find out, become White Lanterns temporarily as well. Mm-hmm. But I do, things are looking pretty bad. You've got Xanshi and all of the people on Xanshi coming, plus everybody that's, in the skies above Coast City right now as well.
Yes.
I really like the cleverness of how they figure out to defeat Necron. I think this is a clever way to do it, and I didn't see it coming.
Mm.
So yeah, this is a good issue. I don't know. It's still, we've been in this final battle for 2 issues now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I understand why it's doing what it's doing. It's just it seems to be going on for a little. I mean, we're going to hit the final issue next issue. So this teases us with Sinestro as a White Lantern at the end, and we got some other things going on throughout this. But it really was. It's kind of. I feel like it was more of a, hey, let's get from here to here. And it's got some cool things in it, but it's not. It's not really standalone, right? It's not meant to be standalone.
Yeah, no. I mean, again, it's like. I mean, if nothing else, I mean, yeah, they're kind of tying it. We're like, yeah, you have to read Blackest Night and the Lantern book. Well, at least the main Green Lantern book to get, the main story.
To get everything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I mean, it kind of makes sense because it is a Lantern event and Jeff Johns is writing it, so.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but this is a really good issue still. I mean, it's, the entity? Huh? The Guardians lied again? I did think it was interesting, because Necron was asking that Guardian, why? Because I don't remember.
Did they wipe their memories?
I don't know.
Also remember too that they've died and been kind of been gone through not resurrection but reincarnate. Kind of reincarnated because they died and then Hal kind of brought them back. So it's like, are they still the original Guardians or
Yeah, I know it's
maybe they, and if they are, even if they are the same Guardians, maybe they lost the knowledge as they died and were reborn.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Heck, when they came back and they were children, weren't there some female ones? Except for Sade, I haven't seen no female Guardians lately.
We have the what's her name? The
Scar.
Scar.
Yeah. Ooh, all 2 of them. But no, the art. I mean, Ivan Reyes' art is really good. I mean,
it's spectacular.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Especially oh my god, that's when that guy and everyone shows.
Yeah.
Did you see all these lanterns poured out? Just see Guy go, oh hell, or Kilowog. That's Lord.
Yeah, Kilowog's loud.
Just Kyle leaning on his shoulder saying, "You don't want to get into a shouting match with Kilowog."
That's right. And Kilowog does, needle our Kilo at some point. Like, I'm kind of glad that what's his name tore out his tongue, because now I can think.
Yeah. But yeah, that's quite the cliffhanger there with Sinestro. Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I am the greatest Lantern of them. Oh. Boy, he doesn't think much of himself, does he?
Not much at all. No.
Yeah. All right, you ready for the last one?
Let's do it.
All right. Green Lantern Corps, number 46 from May 2010, Black Dawn. Writer Peter Tomasi, Patrick Gleason penciler. I think this is the same team we got on the first one, so on 45. All right, this one begins with all the members of the 7 Lantern Corps fighting side by side against the threat of the Black Lantern Corps. Many of the Green Lanterns believe that this alliance of sorts is something that should be written in the Book of Oa. Kilowog is particularly amused at the sight of Arkillo wearing his tongue around his neck, willing to shake hands with whoever ripped it out, saying that peace and quiet in a battlefield goes a long way. Even though all the members of the 7 Lantern Corps are fighting, they are still outnumbered against a swarm of Black Lanterns. In order to cut down the number of Black Lanterns, Guy Gardner suggests that all lanterns create a construct of a Tholian web, which is something he got from the original Star Trek series.
Yep.
Although the members of the evil Lantern Corps are unwilling to take orders from a Green Lantern, they all see the Black Lanterns as the main threat. And once the Blackest Night is over, they can resume the War of Light. John Stewart, in particular, knows the situation is going to get worse before it gets better, and cites the planet Xanshi as being transformed into a Black Lantern and is heading towards Earth. Kilowog suggests that they get a squad up to the dead planet and even volunteers to go with John. When Guy activates the web, the power of the other Lantern rings join with the Green Lantern rings in creating a construct of the web, which successfully manages to sever the connection between the Black Lantern rings and the corpses. However, a swarm of Black Lanterns comes to the battlefield from Earth, which manages to destroy the web construct. One of those Black Lanterns attacks Guy. It's Tora Olafsdotter, also known as Ice, who is Guy's girlfriend. At the same time, Kyle Rayner destroys a Black Lantern and berates Necron for only sending dead people towards them. Oh god, when a refrigerator comes and opens up.
Yes.
Revealing it to be the dead corpse of Kyle's first girlfriend, Alexandra DeWitt, reanimated as a Black Lantern. Poor Alex. She pulls not only Cal, but his current girlfriend, Green Lantern Sornik Natu, into the fridge as well. Inside, what is this, Doctor Who? Inside the fridge, we see Cal slowly transforming into Major Force while battling Alex. While that's happening, Guy continues to battle Ice, who berates Guy for not making her more important in his life than his job as Green Lantern. She tells him that dying, being resurrected, and dying again is too much for her. She's tired of rebuilding her life, and challenges Guy to use his ring to kill her. But his compassion for her is enough for Guy to not do it. However, Ice tells him that during this time, she's been encasing both of them in ice, and that in a few seconds, they're going to hit the ground and shatter, allowing her to take Guy's heart. But he manages to break out of the ice just before it crashes into the ground and breaks into pieces. Back in the fridge, Alex tells Cal of how Major Force killed her by breaking every bone in her body before snapping her neck, killing her before stuffing her into the fridge for Cal to find. For some unknown reason, Cal is slowly becoming a Black Lantern, which Alex cites as coming from the time he died before, when the Black Ring was attached to Cal for a few moments. Alex tells him that the only way to stop it is to use his ring to kill himself. But because he's a Green Lantern, Cal's will is much stronger, and he manages to not only break free of the influence of the Black Ring, but also with the help of Monk, is able to permanently destroy Alex's corpse before telling her goodbye, when he gets a message from Guy on Earth. Guy tells him that he's found out where the Anti-Monitor has been since Superboy Prime tossed him at the end of the Sinestro Corps War. God, we had to mention that name. Inside the Black Lantern Central Power Battery. As the other Lanterns head towards Coast City, Star Sapphire Miriam asks Kyle who the Anti-Monitor is. Cal gives her a summary of his life from the creation of the antimatter universe to his birth on one of the moons of Quard to his discovery of the positive matter universe, which the Anti-Monitor has been trying to take control of ever since. The Green Lantern ring informs Guy that the reason why the Anti-Monitor is inside the battery is because Necron is draining his energy to power the battery for his strategy, essentially killing him. As the Lanterns attack the Anti-Monitor, Cal notices that the Anti-Monitor has a half-formed Black Lantern symbol on his chest, which means that they can destroy him if they combine the power of all their rings. Dawn Granger, the current Dove, uses her power to recreate the white light and destroy a number of Black Lanterns to give the Lanterns breathing room to destroy the Anti-Monitor. They all release their energies on the Anti-Monitor, but he just blasts them away because since he's not completely dead, the merging of the energy beams were ineffective against him. Princess Ireland then tries to blast the Anti-Monitor to distract him, but the Anti-Monitor blasts her, but she's saved by Vath Sarn, but loses both his legs in the process. His partner Isamot Cole tries to take him out of the fight, but Vath counters that if he's going to die, he's going to go face forward. The Anti-Monitor continues to destroy everything around him, but he's still trapped inside the battery, threatening that once he gets out, he will destroy the Earth. Monk is amazed at Dove's power to destroy the Black Lanterns, but Dove doesn't know how she's connected to it. So Monk offers her a chance to undertake a dangerous task to stop the Anti-Monitor, which he agrees to. Cal then encases her in a construct of a bullet. While that's happening, Guy has the Red Lantern Corps spill their blood on the Anti-Monitor to distract him long enough for Sinestro Corps sniper Bedovian to shoot Dove into the head of the Anti-Monitor successfully. She then uses her power to destroy the Anti-Monitor's head shell, which knocks him out. The Lanterns grab the Anti-Monitor's arm to pull him out of the battery, but it cuts their ropes and pulls him back into the battery as the Lanterns start to take the fight to Necron. Thoughts?
This is a good issue. I mean, it was mostly battle, but there was some clever stuff in here. I'd forgot that. So Ice has been resurrected, so a Black Ring found her, but apparently she's the White Light. She's still alive after Blackest Night because the Black Ring is taken out by the White Light or something, from what I was reading. The whole fridge thing, that was just weird.
She literally had to show up in a fridge. I mean, I get it. I get the Black Lanterns are trying to torture people and stuff, and it's just like, and do we have to go into bone-breaking detail of how Alex died?
Yeah, I mean, it was, yeah.
It's like if she had showed up and just like, her arms and, she's just like deformed because, again, I think less is more in this case, especially, from the first time it happened. And poor Alex cannot rest in peace,
Exactly. Exactly.
well, at least Hal's not trying to get with her anymore.
Yeah, exactly. From what annual was that?
Was that 4 or 5? But again,
I don't remember.
We kind of swept that under the rug, never to be spoken about.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll never forget
that was
her.
Parallax.
Yeah, I know. Well, again, Hal's in there, but it's like, I'll never forget her, but he forgot her.
He forgot. I forget.
Parallax is busy.
Yeah.
But I mean, just from those synopses and stuff, I mean, I think. Again, it's like Blackest Night, the miniseries and the main Green Lantern book are supposed to be the main story, but I think Green Lantern Corps did most of the heavy lifting this time.
I think so too, and this one was a really, Guy quoting, original Star Trek episodes. I mean, that's pretty awesome.
I know.
Was it John? John said, "You scare me," or something like that. And then, we've kind of got the cliffhanger of Xanshi coming, so John and Kilowog are going to get a team and go out there. But we are getting to the end of Blackest Night. In fact, we just have... What do we have left?
Oh, next week is it. So here, let me pull up the schedule here.
So that's Blackest Night number 8.
Oh, yeah.
Probably Green.
I do remember... Yeah, there is a wild card in there. Hold on. Oh, bad. All right. Sorry, I was taking this good old time. All right. So next week, to wrap it up, we're going to cover Green Lantern 52, Blackest Night number 8, Green Lantern Corps 47, Action Comics 890.
Oh, yeah. We've got to deal with Orange Lantern Luthor.
And then Untold Tales of the Blackest Night number 1. So
Okay, cool.
So 5 issues. So basically, yeah, the last issue of Blackest Night, one issue each of the Lantern series, and then that Action Comics and the Untold Tales of the Blackest Night.
Nice, very nice.
So far they've all been on DC Comics, on the DC app, except for that Solomon Grundy issue. Everything else has been on there.
Weird. How very weird.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, this is so. We have one show left on it. I think what we need to do next show, so be thinking about this, is kind of just sum up and maybe let's once we end it, we can maybe
sum up
mention
the whole thing.
Yes, kind of sum up the whole thing and maybe talk about like our favorite moment or two from it. That we just like, hey, that was really cool. Because it's not done yet. We still got more to read.
That's right. All right, so
a whole lot more to read.
Oh yeah, because Brightest Day starts in 2 weeks, kids.
That's right.
Yeah. All right, Mr. William. Anything else on these?
I think this was a really good week.
It was. Again, we're getting towards the end here, so it's like Lantern centric again. It's not one of those weeks where it's like, oh yeah, there's not really any Green Lanterns in here.
Yeah, I mean easily any one of these issues could have been the best issue of the week, of any other week.
Yeah,
I think, and that just speaks to just how good. I think that speaks to not only how good Green Lantern is, which we expect, and how good Blackest Night is, which we also expect, but how good Green Lantern Corps is. I mean, it's just phenomenal.
Again, I mean, I expect it. I mean, there should be the big moments here because these are, it is a Lantern-centric event. And, I'd be disappointed if there was a big moment in one of the tie-in, if like Blackest Night Superman or something had a big moment. It's on a Lantern.
Yeah, it's got to be in these books, and they are. I think they're really delivering. I mean, especially. I mean, I don't think Green Lantern Corps gets enough credit for all of the awesomeness that it has been since the beginning, but especially during Blackest Night.
Oh yeah. Again, it's like Jeff Johns was tying so much stuff in. I mean, we got the Black Hand and Atrocitus stuff from Secret Origin. I mean, we knew stuff from Sinestro Corps War was going to play a hand in this. All
the way back to, even Rebirth, when they're fighting the Spectre.
Yeah.
I mean, so it's everything's tied together pretty well, I think.
Oh yeah. Jeff Johns has been, I mean, again, this is probably, I mean, there's still good stuff, but it's like, this is probably like, is this the height of his time on Green Lantern with Blackest Night? Because like so many things get like paid off here.
I don't know. Maybe. I mean, I still think the New 52 is especially awesome for Green Lantern just because so many titles. And we have Jeff Johns on the Green Lantern title for quite a while. During New 52. But this is. I think we get so much stuff during New 52 because of the success of this. Now, I don't know how successful Brightest Day was, but I don't think it packs as much of a punch as Blackest Night because I think it's more focused. Yeah. And I don't even remember finishing reading Brightest Day when it came out, so I'm looking forward to when we get into that. But I think Blackest Night is kind of that pinnacle. Yeah,
I forget. Again, I have no memory of Brightest Day, so yeah, we'll see what it's like. But I don't think it's as focused either, because I mean, we were talking before we even jumped on here, like all the issues it goes into, and it's just like so many of the main books. It just goes through like so many issues of Flash and Green Arrow and stuff, and it's just like here, it's like. Blackest Night, except for the Green Lantern books, it really didn't go into the main books. They just had those 3-issue mini-series and stuff, and like one shot.
And the zombie series,
yeah. But yeah, Brightest Day, it's just like, oh yeah, it's everywhere.
It was everywhere, too.
All right. Anything else, William?
I think that's it. I think we're good, sir.
All right. So, yes, kids. So, yes, like I said, next time, come back for the conclusion of Blackest Night, once again from Green Lantern 52, Blackest Night number 8, Green Lantern Corps 47, Action Comics 890, and Untold Tales of the Blackest Night number 1. As we wrap this up in part 13. Hope you had fun this quarter, kids.
Yeah. It's all about the Blackest Night.
This 4th of the year.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so yes, kids, so send us your thoughts. Email us, CapesandLunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can find all things Capes and Lunatics, episodes, social media, merchandise. Help support us with merchandise. Subscribe to our Patreon. Again, Lilith and I have been talking stuff other than comics, so you get extra uncensored content. Us talking about other things. And again, Lilith's favorite, if you just want to use the Cash App link to rain the money on us, she's fine with that.
Make it rain!
Alright, so yes, we'll find all of that and more at our website, tubespace.io/Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network. That's tubespace.io/Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network.
More vicious and brutal than ever!
And I've been trying to trick people to join that Patreon. I rebranded it Capes and Lunatics Plus.
Nice.
Yes, hopefully pull some people. Alright, so Mr. Will Allred, master of the Green Lantern, all the cores, master of the Quantum Zone, master of podcasting, master of several successful Kickstarter campaigns. Where can people find you?
You can find me at Wallred, that's at WALLRED, at Facebook and Twitter and Blue Sky and Instagram and other places that I probably don't even remember I set up. If you'd like to check out the comics that I write, you can do that. Crossover Division, just as Phil mentioned, was successful for issue number 5 on Kickstarter. So we have, you can check that out at crossoverdivision.com. If you'd like to check out some of my earlier work, like Diary of Night, you can do that at diaryofnight.com. And obviously you have great taste because you're here listening to Phil and I talk a lot about Green Lantern, which means you probably love Marvel's Quasar almost as much as we do. So if you'd like to find out more about Quasar, you can do that at the Quantum Zone. QuantumZone.org.
I hope it's going somewhere nice.
He goes limp in my grip.
Seems like I'm getting a package every other day.
They aren't even attempting to enter our orifices.
I, of course, love Hal Jordan.
Is that you, Will Allred? Is that you, Will Allred? Or is that Parallax? All right, kids. Again, come back next week for the conclusion of Blackest Night. A road we've been on since the beginning of the year.
Yes.
And in 2 weeks, we'll start Brightest Day.
Can't believe we've almost made it to the end.
I know. It went by quicker than I thought it would.
Yeah.
It was fun. But again, I'm going to be happy to get back to more Lantern-centric every week. So.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, kids, come back next time. And remember, if you think your ex is bad, ask Hal Jordan. Good night.